tātou, kia ora tātou. Kia pā ki te ngā kāu, ko te mahaki, ko te whakaiti, ko te humai. Kia whakamihoro kātu ki ngā hoa maha o rangi matua. Kia whakamihoro kātu ki ngā hoa maha o papa i tauta. Kia tauringa whakaaro i o te hunga pokanoa. Kia tauringa whakaaro i o te iwi whakahau. He kaupare noa, he tahuri kaukoaha. He hara, he taku teina, he taku tuakana, he aku karapotinga whakahuritanga. Ka tū hei ārai, ka tū hei taura whakakitenga moku. Ka tū, ka tau, ka ho. Hoa tuka te tau ai, whakamau ai ngā rongo kia tīna, tīna. Ka huia kia tau, ka tau.
Please be seated. You remove, return to your seat, and we welcome onto the stage the head boy and head girl prefects. Welcome everyone to the 2012 Massey High School Senior Prize Giving. My name is Miss Evans and it's my privilege and pleasure to be the MC for the evening. Thank you Mrs Bridget Bisley and the orchestra for the processional music. The music, called Symphonia, is actually composed by our head boy prefect, Daniel Garalja. I now invite Mr Barnes, our Chairperson of the Board of Trustees, to give his address.
Nā mihi ki te whare, nā mihi ki te iwi, nā mihi ki a tātou, katoa, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou, katoa. Mr Ritchie, invited guests, Massey community, staff, parents, welcome to the Centre of Learning and Excellence, that is Massey High School. Do you know it's the only high school in the world you can learn how to build a fence and how to fence. Right. The high school over this year has placed its learners around the world. For Megan Lee in Azerbaijan playing left full-back for New Zealand, Tavita Lee, must be something in that name I'm sure, thundering down the left wing at Auckland Grammar, and the quintessential tourist Mark Jones under the Eiffel Tower. We are here tonight, however, to celebrate the achievement of these young men and women. Congratulations to you all, for you have all sought the heights and achieved across the multitude of learning opportunities that Massey offers. For those of you who are leaving to pursue your further goals, we wish you every success, secure in the knowledge that the school has once again turned out well-rounded and able future citizens. You know, you are our future. To those who will be with us again next year, we ask you to continue to achieve at the highest level, to set a pathway to those who will aspire to be like you. Parents, the board thanks you for all you have done to love, nurture and support your child, for without this they would be a lot poorer. Thank you also for the support and commitment to the school in the many and varied ways you were able to do so, or we also would have been a lot poorer. I at this time reflect on the truth of the old saying that it actually takes a village to raise a child. Well, we are now well aware of the research that shows that the most important influence on our students' learning are the teachers. Massey High School is blessed with a quality and abundance of both, and on behalf of the board, I acknowledge you. This dedicated group of professionals, whose goal both individually and collectively is to ensure that your children receive the best learning opportunities they can, and I know that once again they have succeeded. To those staff who are leaving, for whatever reason, we wish you all the best. Just an aside to the Sports Academy, I note that Carlos Spence is looking for a new role. The board also acknowledges the vast array of support staff that support the teaching and learning programs, the pastoral care programs and logistics and infrastructure of a school this size. Without this level of support, it would be impossible for the school to function as an institution or the ongoing teaching programs sustained. The student support programs are a positive feature of the school, and no student is without support when they find times challenging. Our special thanks at this time to Mr. Newby and his team. A special acknowledgement I'd like to make to Mr. Ritchie's PA, Mrs. Robin Mihari. She is often the face of Massey High and is the receipt of brickbats as well as bouquets. For your support for Mr. Ritchie and advocacy for the school, Mrs. Mihari, thank you. The group whose responsibility it is to maintain this little town are the senior management team of deputy principals. They have a large portfolio of roles, and we thank Dr. Smith, Mr. Riseborough, Miss Evans, Mrs. Cranston and Mr. Tinling. Mr. Tinling, we also acknowledge that it's through your efforts is a big reason why Massey High now has the vocational academy up and running, and we do acknowledge that. To the Associate Principal, Mr. Jones, we thank you all for your contribution to the school. A more passionate advocate of your students and school I have yet to find. You always add an interesting perception and contribution to all issues. The leader of us all par excellence is Mr. Ritchie. He provides a coherence to the school. He ensures that the diversity, which is the strength of Massey High School, is focused on his vision, and we all work together for the benefit of the students. He is a leader of immense integrity, intelligence and education knowledge and innovation, and long may he be with us. I wish to thank my fellow board members, who I have had the pleasure of being the chair. They have carried out their various legislative tasks in the most professional manner. They continue to do a great job and give up a lot of their own time to ensure the principal is supported and resourced to carry out his role. Dr. Shanks, Deputy Chair and Parent Rep, Mr. Jarrett, Treasurer and Parent Rep, Mrs. Hecke, Parent Rep, Mr. Garalja, Parent Representative, Mr. Hewitt, Parent Representative, Mr. Lavaisi, Parent Representative, Mr. Goddard, Staff Representative, and a great job he does staff and advocating for you, I might add, Mr. Silk, the past Student Representative, and the current Parent Representative just elected, Dana Tao, and of course Mrs. Mihari, once again the Minute Secretary. A special mention and thanks also to the Massey High School Foundation for your continued support of the school. Over 2012, the school has achieved a lot in all its strategic aims and directions, and most importantly, of course, in the academic results. We have produced outstanding students and teachers, been innovative in programs and environment, and I look with you confidently to 2013. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Barnes. Now I call on our principal, Mr. Ritchie, to give his address.
Kia ora tātou and welcome to Massey High School's 44th annual prize giving. And in that context, I'd like to acknowledge Mr. Jack Adam, Foundation Principal, who's here tonight. He has attended 42 of those 44 prize givings. I'd like to welcome all parents from our community, students and staff, and especially like to welcome our many sponsors and scholarship providers who are here on stage today. And I want to thank you very, very much for your generosity and the opportunities that you're making available for our students. I'd like to acknowledge the Board of Trustees and Mr. Barnes, and thank you, Mr. Barnes, for your kind words and also for your very astute leadership over many years. We're very fortunate to have such an excellent Board of Trustees under your leadership. I would also like to acknowledge a fairly recent group that's been set up, and that is the Massey High School Foundation, a group of influential people in this community, most of whom are past students of our school. And they're working very hard to provide things for our students. The last, of course, was the raffle, which they conducted, and that money is going towards completing the cafeteria, which hopefully will be available for us next year. I would also like to thank the students who've participated and contributed so much, and particularly to all our student leaders. We have a large number of leadership opportunities in the school in a whole range of areas, but in particular I'd like to acknowledge our head prefects, Daniel and Emma, for your leadership throughout the whole school and the whole year, with the rest of your gold badge prefects and the other prefects. People are saying that this is our best year 13 year we've ever had. Well, we say that every year, but it is the best we've ever had. It is fantastic. And I would like to think that some of these leadership opportunities and skills come from the fact that we have now introduced year 11 prefects as well. And so your leadership training starts way back. I'd also like to congratulate all prize winners here tonight. Great that you've done so well, and may you do well in the future. I'd like to thank the staff, the support staff, and particularly my PA, Mrs. Mihari, who really has become the expert on NovaPay, or what we now call no pay, because, quite frankly, it is a shambles. And so she checks everybody's pay for me. And I think she's learned a lot about that. But thank you very much for all the good work that you do. And to our teaching staff, we have a very dedicated group of teaching staff, as Mr. Barnes has mentioned. And I would like to just acknowledge some who are retiring this year. Mrs. Hurst has gone from the Student Support Services in a support role. Mrs. Burling, Mr. Reid and Mrs. Eanes, English teachers who are retiring at the end of this year. But most importantly, Miss Evans. Miss Evans has been here for 22 years. She started her stellar education teaching career at her alma mater, Otahuhu College. Spent years there before she moved to Avondale College, and then finally reached the heights in coming to Massey High School. And she came here as an assistant HOD of English, became the HOD of English, and then for the last 9 years has been a deputy principal. And one of her roles is organising all our prize givers. She has a reputation of being the archetypal headmistress, but I can assure you that she's nothing like Miss Fritton from St. Trinian's Girls' School. That is just a facade. Her husband tells me underneath she is soft as marshmallow. But she has made a valuable contribution to our school. I want to wish you and your husband all the very best in your retirements, because her husband, who is a teacher at Takapuna Grammar School, is also retiring, although he's told me maybe just slightly. So thank you very, very much, Miss Evans, for the wonderful 22 years. In the year 2000, her students voted for her to be awarded a National Excellence in Teaching Award, which she won, and I had the privilege of travelling to Wellington with her for her to receive that award. She is a fantastic classroom teacher. The best part of her day, she tells me, is every time she has to go to her Year 13 English class. So thank you, Miss Evans, for a wonderful career, 40 years in teaching, and we wish you all the very best as you travel the world. She and her husband would be the most travelled New Zealanders there are, and any country she hasn't been to, she'll be going to in the very near future. So just please join with me in congratulating Miss Evans. I'd like to acknowledge two other staff that won very prestigious awards this year. Miss Dowding, who won the 2012 Global Enterprising Educator of the Year Award for her work with our AHICAR program. This comes out of the United States, and so she had to fly to New York to receive her award. I'd also like to acknowledge Beata Allen, who was awarded a Linking Minds Scholarship Award, one of 4 emerging leaders of New Zealand, and she went to Wales to study bilingualism. The highlights, many highlights. Academically, we were really pleased when we came this year to find out that we had the best ever NCA Level 2 and Level 3 examination results. Level 1 was equal to the best we've ever had. We had the best ever excellences and merits, and 25 scholarships and 4 outstandings, while not the best we've ever had, was highly commendable. I'd like to acknowledge people like Insang and Fudosa for being selected for the finals of the Chemistry Olympiad team. And of course, as we know, Insang went on for the finalists of the Biology Olympiad team. Unfortunately, they didn't make the final 4, but they were in the final group. Insang also won an award to go to the International Youth Science Forum in London, and he did a university paper this year, I think it was in calculus, and he ended up 5th in the class out of 500 students at the university. So those are tremendous results, and those are some of the academic achievements here. I would also like to acknowledge Wiremu Tai Tin and Kalani Piwharangi Charlie, who won the Manu Korero speech competition for the Auckland region. So we are holders of both the senior and the junior Māori speech competitions for Auckland. They went on to Nelson, representing Auckland, and Wiremu, I think, finished 10th in New Zealand, and Kalani finished 4th. It is an event that I attended, and it was probably the best event this year that I've attended. I was so impressed with the talent of Māori speakers from throughout New Zealand, and I was disappointed to see there were no media there present to record that. As far as our sports are concerned, we have 22 national reps or title holders this year. Probably our best team was our Premier Boys Softball team, who won the Auckland title again. Last year they were New Zealand champions. This year they were runners-up to a very good Hamilton Boys High School team. 4 of our students are nominated for the finals of the Young Sportsperson of the Year, ASB Sportsperson Awards. Edu Drage and Taylor Hick in softball, Lydia Rippon in cycling, and Helena Ogden in orienteering. Arts and culture have become a huge feature of Massey High School. It's great that our Kapahaka group finished 5th at the Polyfest. I know they wanted to do better, but I was really proud of their achievement. Winning the Commonwealth Songwriting Competition for the Queen's Jubilee. What a fantastic thing. I don't know about the title of the Kiwi and the Pom, not sure whether the Queen would have appreciated that when she heard it, but it was a fantastic thing to win. Of course, Greece, everyone knows about Greece, a superb production in this beautiful auditorium. Our dancing has become one of the best schools in Auckland. Bring it on, we were champions last year, we were runners-up this year, and in this beautiful auditorium to have people like Michael Houston, Tommy Emmanuel, and the Fazioli series from the University of Auckland. It is brilliant. And I'm also very, very proud of the fact that this facility won 3 awards this year. One for its design by Jasmax, one for its construction by Mainzeal, and one for its colour schemes. And we were up against organisations like the Auckland Museum, the University of Auckland Medical School. And so we're in great company, or I should say, they are in great company. One of the things that we are known for are the opportunities that we give our students. And this year, we've had students that have travelled to Chile, to New Caledonia, in terms of Spanish and French language, to France and Italy for our rugby first 15 and emerging players. We have a group of musicians that are about to tour Austria and Italy on a Mozart tour, and we have the Global Youth Challenge group who are going to Vietnam and Cambodia. What fabulous opportunities for our students here from Massey. So I hope that you enjoy those for those people who are yet to go. As for the future of our school, it is a challenging time. We have a new high school being built just down the road. And so that's something that we can regard as a threat or we can regard as an opportunity. I think it is an opportunity. We've just signed off $5.2 million worth of improvements with the Ministry of Education. That'll be starting next year. We're introducing a dance academy due to the strength of our dance students. And as Mr. Barnes said, our vocational academies that we're now running in partnership with Unitec and other providers are fantastic. We are the only school in Auckland that is building a house in our carpentry academy. We also have electro-technology and hospitality academies. 88 of our students are involved in this, and this is a major policy of this government to get these students involved. Next year, we're going up to 140 places, and we're adding automotive academy, a business and computing academy, a retail academy, and we're working with Waitakere College, who are establishing an engineering academy. And this is a wonderful concept. We call them vocational academies. The government calls them trades academies. We think it's more than trades. And these students are earning their NCEA credits as well as their national certificate credits. Finally, I'd just like to say that there is further development in this area. We've been visited by the Ministry of Education for Wellington, wanting us to be part of a cluster, 18 clusters in New Zealand, for what they call vocational pathways. This government has a major policy of engaging every student at school. And so they're setting up pathways, 6 pathways, so students have some direction in their learning. These pathways are the service industries, manufacturing and technology, construction and infrastructure, primary industries, social and community services, and the latest one is creative industries. So while our top scholars have got a fantastic pathway to university, and it's a well-worn track and very successful, and we are equal to the best in the world with our top achievers. There are other students that we have to look at as well. We must cater for the whole of our cohort in the school, and that is the reason we're looking at these vocational pathways. I'd like to acknowledge and thank Mr. Tinling for the work that he does in this area, because he is leading these initiatives. Finally, the last thing to say to our students, having followed on from Alex Walker, our head boy of 2008, who spoke at our Year 13 graduation yesterday, when he told you to follow your dreams, a quote from Aristotle that says, "Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work." So congratulations, thank you very, very much, and those that are leaving school, please continue to seek the heights. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ritchie, for your address. And on a personal note, thank you very much for your comments. And to everyone, thank you very much for your best wishes. With regard to the soft as marshmallow, I had some students one year, and not long after they'd been in the class, they said to me, "We thought you were scary, miss, but you're not at all, are you?" I said, "No, but don't tell anyone." Right, so we'll move on with the ceremony now, and we have first of all the Year 12 prize winners, and I'd like to call on Ms Weissenberg to read those students' names. Ms Van Weissenberg is the Level 12, Year 12 Level Coordinator, and she will announce the prize winners.
It is my pleasure to read the Year 12 prize winners for 2012. I will call the students up in small groups. Please hold your applause until the end of each group. I would like Mr Tinling to present the awards. For Anna Potter School. AAE, Tiana King, first in Te Reo Māori 301. Simon Tongatalu, first in Geography 201, prize donated by department, first in Te Reo Māori 201. 12 ADA, Trisha Presley Profner, first in Child Development 203, first in Computer Studies 203, first in Geography 202, prize donated by department, second in Tourism 203. Jordan Scott French, first in Science 201, third in English 203. Holland Coutange, 100% attendance for 4 years. Paul Hong, 100% attendance for 4 years. Chao Chen Shao, first in Chemistry 201, 100% attendance for 4 years. Zoe Nicholson, first in Dance 201. Kok Shu Alex Wong, 100% attendance for 4 years. School. KCK, Pasova Bangatua, first in Mathematics 202. Sam Colette Nye, first in English 201, second in Physical Education 201, third in Music 201. KCP, Courtney Scott, first in Tourism 203. Murawai School, MBD. Tyler Booty, first in Food Technology, 201. Sakina Husani, first 100% attendance for 2 years. Laura Matson, first in Gateway. Ashley Schmidt, first in Building Studies 203, prize donated by Whitecliffs, first in Furniture Construction 203. Jessie Wooten, first in Media Studies 201. MCY. Tracy Lee Edwards, first in Art Photography 201. Jessica Fox, first in Sports Academy 201, prize donated by Club Physical. Second in Health 201. Kiai Jun Kelly Park, 100% attendance for 2 years. And now Prince, first in Physical Education 201, prize donated by Club Physical. Jin Ming Shi, first in Art 202. MDO. Sophie Burgess, first in Business 201, first in Health 201, third in Media Studies 201. Dylan Chad, first in Mathematics Applied 202. Isabella Katut, first in Hospitality 203. P. Haskell, 12 PKX, Pranil Sunil Kumar, first in Computer Science 201, 100% attendance for 4 years. Tehinga School, 12 TAS, Shani Gordon, first in History 202, prize donated by department. Third in Geography 201. Savannah Martin, first in Digital Technology 201, first in Drama 201. 12 TBK. Eilish Kant, 100% attendance for 4 years, second in English 200, second in Fabric Technology 201, third in Art 201. Jerry Choi, first in Biology 201, first in Physics 201. Kirsten Eskilson, first in English 200, second in Music 201. Ryan Heath, 100% attendance, second in English 201, third in accounting 201, third in computer science 201. Abigail Hilario, first in graphics 201, prize donated by National Art Supplies, first in Japanese 201. First in music 201, second in chemistry 301, third in mathematics with calculus 301. Sarah Langworthy, first in accounting 201, 100% attendance. Morgan McFadgen, first in art design 201. Maria Petrov, first in classical studies 201, third in chemistry 201. Carolyn Riddell, first in history 201, prize donated by department, second in classical studies 201, 100% attendance for 2 years. Stephanie Sweddink, first in art 201, first in fabric technology 201, second in chemistry 201. Thank you, Mr. Tinley, and congratulations to all of the Year 12 prize winners. Next, we move to the presentation of the Year 13 awards, which will be announced by Mr. Scott, the Year 13 Level Coordinator.
Thank you, Ms. Van Weenbroek. That's the hardest name of the night. It is my pleasure to read the Year 13 prize winners for 2012. Again, I will call the students up in small groups. Please hold your applause until the end of each group. I would like to ask Mr. Jones to present the awards. Can we have Anna Fotis, please? 13 AHK. Sean Hart, first in history 302. Yuri Saunwist, first in English 313. Subin Yun, first in Japanese 301, second in pre-intermediate English 5, third in accounting 301. Paris Smith, first in child development 303. AME, Megan Lee, first in Sports Academy 301, prize donated by World Physical. Corey McCallum, first in Digital Technology Information 301, prize donated by Department. Mason McQuinn Taylor, first in Mathematics 302. Kuna Santhirasagaran, first in Accounting 301, first in Economics 301. And Damon Thomas, first in Gateway. 13KGG, Holly Skiffington, first in art photography, 301. And 13KHA, Simone Cooper, first in art history, 301. First in drama, 301. First in geography, 301, prize donated by department. And first in history, 301. Violet Hall, first in art design, 301. First in media studies, 301. In Sung Huang, 100% attendance for 3 years. Second in mathematics with calculus, 301. Third in physics, 301. Also, Silver Award Certificate for NZ Biology Olympiad Team Selection Process, top 22 biology students in New Zealand. Fardosa Mohammed, first in physics, 301. First in statistics with modelling, 301. Second in art history, 301. Second in history, 301. Laura Newman-Watt, first in German, 301. Anadil Samin, first in biology, 301. First in classical studies, 301, prize donated by department. Nicholas von Arsen, first in computer science, 301, prize donated by department. Richard Wills, first in music studies, 311, prize donated by department. Third in chemistry, 301. Third in making music, 301. And Anna Zam, first in English, 301. Second in classical studies, 301, prize donated by department. High School kids. (13) MSF. Biramu Tai Tin, first in Maori Performing Arts, third in coaching. (13) MSN. Joshua Brunton, first in carpentry, 303. Prize donated by Whitecliffs. First in graphics, 301. Prize donated by National Art Supplies. 100% attendance. Stephen Charlton, first in statistics with modelling, 302. Third in computer science, 301. 100% attendance. Jeffrey Chen, 100% attendance for 5 years. Matthew Clapson, first in Hard Materials Workshop, 303, prize donated by Trade Tools Limited, 100% attendance. Davin Kutanj, 100% attendance. And Lance Cowan, 100% attendance. Scott Farley, 100% attendance, second in Digital Technology Information, 301. Nathan McNaull, first in Science 301. Anna Mullen, 100% attendance for 5 years. MWI, Jordan Tapatau-Polima, first in English 303, first in Hospitality 303. Rhiannon White, first in Geography 302, prize donated by the department, first in Physical Education 301, prize donated by Club Physical, first in Tourism 303. Piha School, please. PHS, Carlos Sayer, first in Health 301. PKN, Michael Duplessis, first in Business Studies 301. Jessica Hunt, first in Science 302. Wei Xin Huan, 100% attendance. Dale McCulloch, 100% attendance. And 13 PRN, Cameron Peden, first in Coaching 303. School, please. TLB, B, Beliti Ione, first in Mathematics Senior 233. Knight Clancida, first in Pre-Intermediate English 5. Shanwin Southgate, first in Dance 301. Looks like Jeremy is not here. 13 TOB, Sophia Foreman, first in Art Painting 301, first in Fabric Technology 301. Sean Hohaya, first in Hospitality Academy. Joshua Pibach, first in Computer Studies 303. Stephanie White, first in Food Technology 301. And Wang Yu Ju, first in Chemistry 301, first in Mathematics and Calculus 301, second in Physics 301, second in Statistics with Modelling 301. June Lee, 13 KHA, first in Making Music 301, prize donated by department.
by June Lee, who will play Scherzo number 2 in B flat minor, opus 31 by Frederick Chopin. the winners, and we are starting with the Male Sportsperson of the Year, who unfortunately cannot be with us tonight, but I will read the citation about Tavita Lee of 13 PHS. Tavita has been a member of the school's first 15 for 3 seasons, and this year was the top try scorer. He provides inspiration for the whole team. There is always the possibility of magic when Tavita has the ball. Outside the school, Tavita has achieved success. He is a North Harbour under-18 representative and won selection for the Blues under-17 and 18 development squad. Most recently, Tavita has been selected for the New Zealand secondary schools team. He was selected for the New Zealand Sevens camp and has trained with the All Blacks. He has just signed with the Chiefs and will join their development squad. Tavita is clearly recognised at the highest levels as an outstanding rugby player. He is, however, more than this. Tavita will achieve NCEA Level 3 this year. He is a talented musician, playing the trumpet in the school's big band, and a talented performer in drama and the school musical. So congratulations to Tavita and his absence. Our female sportsperson of the year is here, and that person is Megan Lee, 13 AME, and I'd ask her to come forward please, and also Mr Ritchie to go over to the table to present these next awards. Some words about Megan first. Megan is an outstanding athlete who has always shown great leadership. She has been in the starting lineup of our first 11 girls football team since she was in Year 9. This year she had her second trip to a FIFA Under-17 World Cup, travelling to Azerbaijan. In 2010 she played in Trinidad and Tobago. Megan also excels in athletics, this year winning the Auckland Secondary Girls Senior 100 and 200 metres, and she has been an asset to the First 11 hockey team. In her role as sports captain, as a coach at a primary school, leading her school team and playing at the highest level of club soccer in New Zealand, Megan's winning smile and positive attitude are always obvious. She has also maintained her academic work, achieving all credits this year, with over half at Merit for Excellence, and she already has NCEA Level 3. Congratulations, Megan, Senior Sportsperson. Next group I'd like to come forward are these people, please. June Lee, Broden Nucky, Holly Afoa, Daniel Garalja, Malama Pateru Sepu, Shanwin Southgate, Simone Cooper. The Dennis Brown Trophy for Excellence in the Performing Arts, prize donated by Sly's Pianos, goes to June Lee, 13KHA. The Cabaret Trophy for contribution to school musicals, Broden Nucky, 13KHA. Sly's Pianos Cup for Outstanding Performer in Year 12, prize donated by Sly's Pianos, Holly Afoa, 12 KPC. Sly's Pianos Cup Outstanding Performer in Year 13, prize donated by Sly's Pianos, Daniel Garalja, 13 KHA. Excellence in Choreography Award, Year 12 Dance, Malama Materu Sepu, 12 PKX. Excellence in Dance Award for Excellence in Performance and in Contribution to Dance, Shanwin Southgate, 13 TLB. And the Kathy Gilmore Award for Contribution to Drama, Simon Cooper, 13 KHA. I'd like Chelsea McDonald to come forward, please. And to come to the front of the stage. And Chelsea, just wait there a minute. Some words about Chelsea. Chelsea wins the Principals Award for Overcoming Adversity. Chelsea's condition, called deletion of chromosome 18q-, means she was born with gross motor delay. She was born without ear canals and has had surgeries to implant hearing aids and reconstruct the ear canals. At the age of 4, she had open heart surgery and has been in and out of hospital with other illnesses. Chelsea loves school, not wanting to miss a day, and walks 4 kilometres each way every day. Her fortitude is admirable. She easily gained NCEA levels 1 and 2 and already has level 3. Next year she hopes to begin an arts degree at the University of Auckland, majoring in English and Classics with the career aim of teaching. Chelsea is a role model. She works conscientiously, always wears correct uniform, and shows respect and concern for others. This year she was a caring peer supporter and a PIHA senator, a responsibility which she embraced passionately. For 5 years she has been a form class monitor and a great helper for her form teacher. Chelsea is a shining example of one who has overcome adversity. Congratulations, Chelsea. And now would Martha Johnson come forward, please. And some words about Martha, who has won the Student Support Services Award, the Kevin Herawini Award. Martha started in Year 9 as a shy person with low self-esteem. She struggled academically, had attendance concerns, and made some wrong choices. Her social worker, Claire Tucker, encouraged her to attend the Grounded Centred Focused Girls Group, a group for identifying trigger points and how to manage behaviour without harming yourself or others. Martha has worked hard to overcome life's challenges and has gained NCEA levels 1 and 2. Her future goal is to attend the University of Auckland, to do a Bachelor of Commerce degree and continue to do a Master's degree. Martha can be proud of her achievements and is a worthy recipient of the Kevin Herawini Award. Congratulations, Martha. The next group to come forward are all of the gold badge prefects. So would you go to the side, please, and form yourselves in your pairs with the head prefects and deputies in the front. Thank you. And I'd like to ask Mrs. Linda Cooper to come forward to present these awards with Mr. Ritchie. Mrs. Cooper is the chairperson of the Massey High School Past Students Association, and the prizes have been donated by this association. Head boy, Daniel Garalja, 13KHA. We'll have the students stay on the stage and applaud them as a group. So Daniel, if you'd like to come over here, thank you. Head girl, Emma Danjan, 13KHA. Deputy head boy, Broden Nucky, 13KHA. Deputy head girl, Anna Zam, 13KHA. Sports captain, Caleb Vautier, 13KHA. Sports captain, Megan Lee, 13AME. Arts captain, Richard Wills, 13KHA. Arts captain, Simon Cooper, 13KHA. Cultural leader, Willamu Titan, 13MSF. Cultural leader, Tamara Tielu, 13TOV. Community leader, Corey McCallum, 13AME. Community leader, Ruby Soul, 13MSN. Academic leader, Insan Wang, 13KHA. Academic leader, Fadosa Muhammad, 13KHA. These are our gold badge leaders for 2012. I'd like them to stay on the stage, and I'd like to invite Dr. Lindsay White to come forward now, please, and go over to the table. Dr. White is the head of School Interprofessional Health Studies School of Languages at AUT. Our prefects this year have participated in the AUT Prefects Training Program, which helps to equip students with the skills to prepare them for tertiary transition, including business planning, effective leadership and communication, marketing principles and project management. This year's AUT Prefects Training Program Shield is awarded to the Massey High School Prefects for 2012 in recognition of their successful participation, and I'd like to ask Emma Danjan to go forward, please, and receive the shield. The next group to come forward includes these people: Bruno van Niekerk, Roya El Kamil, Charity Tulia, Ruby Saul and Corey McCallum. For contribution to the Student Council, prize donated by Davenport West Lawyers, Bruno van Niekerk, 12 TBK. Just wait there, Gerno, we'll have the group together. Chris Carter Cup for Environmental Leadership, prize donated by Harrison Stone Lawyers, Roya El Kamil, 13 KGG. The Lynn Pillay Cup for Peer Support, Charity Tulia, 13 AME. And the John Key Cup for Community Awareness, prize donated by Harrison Stone Lawyers. A difficult decision here, so a shared award between Ruby Sewell and Corey McCallum, the John Key Cup. So both of you can come forward to receive it. Congratulations, thank you. Next group to come forward, Richard Wells, Mark Huang, Carolyn Riddell, Sakina Hussaini, Kirsten Eskildson, Huang Yu Zhu and Cody McDonald. Again, we'll have the group standing on the stage after receiving their awards. First award is the Piano Traders Award for the Senior Composer of the Year, the prize donated by Piano Traders, Richard Wells, 13KHA. Piano Traders Award, Year 12 Composer of the Year, prize donated by Piano Traders, Mark Huang, 12 TVK. The Diana Moorhead Cup for Creative Writing, Carolyn Riddell, 12 TVK. The Madeline Gunn Cup for Debating, Sakina Hussaini, 12 MBD. Next award is the Cup for the winner of the Susan Porter Peace Essay Competition, and I'd like to ask Mrs. Beverly Stanek to come forward and present this with Mr. Ritchie. Mrs. Stanek is the youth chairman of the West Auckland Lions Club. The writing competition was organised by the club in memory of Susan Porter, who died in 1999. She had a strong involvement in the Home and School Association, and she supported sports teams and music in the school. The prize is donated by the Susan Porter Trust, and the recipient is Kirsten Eskildson, 12 TBK. Thank you, Mrs. Stanek. And the Merriman Cup for involvement in mathematics outside the classroom, prize donated by Mr. and Mrs. Merriman, goes to Guan Yu Zhu of 13 TOB. The Haora Award for contribution to senior health education, Cody McDonald, 13 TOB. Next group we have Sione Sosefa, Sean Maya, Ben Malu, Summer Bassett, Marie Ipskamp, Tamara Tielo, Jordan Tapatu Polima. So Sione Sosefa, 12 ACH, receives the Felicia Namaya Endeavour Award for Outstanding Attitude and Conscientious Effort in the Gateway Program. The Hospitality Cup for contribution to hospitality and catering is the recipient is Sean Hohaya, 13 TOB. The Agile Barista Cup for Excellence in Barista Training and Service, Ben Marlow, 13 PHS. Waitakere Trust Award for Diligent Plastering Effort for Year 12, Summer Bassett, 12 TAS. And for Year 13, Marie Epskamp, 13 KLE. And both those prizes have been donated by the trusts. The Riva Salnisi Award for Outstanding Pacific Island Student, Tamara Tielu, 13 TOB. And for leadership in the Pacific Island culture, the prize is donated by Harrison Stone Lawyers, and the cover bowl goes to Jordan Tapatel Polima, 13 MWI. Thank you, students. The next two students, Hemi Haraki Jeffries and Tanya Leathers. These awards are for contribution to Te Ao Māori within the school. Cloaks are made and they will be presented by the donor, Miss Lisa Smith. If she'd like to come forward, please. The first one, Te Aka Ki Kaharangi, the boys' cloak, goes to Hemi Haraki Jeffries, 13 MSF. And to Tanya Leathers goes Whaia Te Iti Kaharangi, the girls' cloak. Sam Collett-Nye, Roya El-Kamil, Sakina Hussaini, Scott Farley, Shamil Kennedy, Rose Cashmore, Jessica Stowers, Tracy Larter. These are the Dean's Awards for Excellent Citizenship and will be presented by the two deans from each school. Starting with Manapota School, Mr. Farrington and Mrs. Franklin to come forward, please. And the recipients at Year 12 and 12 ACH, Siono Sosifo, and in Year 13, Corey McCullum, 13 AME. Karikari School, we have Deans Mr. Ball and Mrs. Haddon, and the recipients Sam Collett-Nye, 12 KCK, and Roya El-Kamil, 13 KGG. Skelton and Mr Allen, to Sakina Husseini, 12 MBD, and Scott Farley, 13 MSN. High School is next, so I'll ask Mr Lambert and Mrs Ashford to come forward please and present to Shamil Kennedy, 12 PKX, and Rose Cashmore, 13 PRN. Of Tahinga School, Mr Verniku and Mrs Mackenzie, will present to these recipients Jessica Stowers, 12 TAS, and Tracy Larter, 13 TMU. Thank you, Deans. The next award is eagerly awaited. It's the School Cup. I'd like Mr Ritchie to go over and present this. As you can tell, there's some anxiety here and wonderment and wondering. This cup is competed for by the 5 schools during the year in a number of areas of school life. And the results are, starting in 5th place, Tahinga School. 4th place, Murawai. 'And a very interesting situation this year because we have second equal. So listen carefully because I won't need to announce first, will I? Karikari and Piha. Congratulations, Anapata School. Thank you, Mr Ritchie. Next, I'd like Mr Barnes to present these 2 awards, please. These are the Board of Trustees Awards for all-round excellence. And the prize is donated by the Board of Trustees, and the Year 12 winner is Levi Winsley. Would you come forward, please? Now, Levi, if you just wait a minute, I've some words to read about you. Levi is highly respected by his teachers. He gets on with any task without complaint, is always reliable and does not seek the limelight. Without fuss, he quietly does what he can to help, whether it be with music, where he has made an outstanding contribution, or gymnastics, where he has coached and managed 25 students over the last 2 years. Levi sets high expectations for himself and works hard to achieve them. maintaining a solid academic record. Of his total 226 credits, a high proportion are at merit and excellence. At the same time, he has balanced many extracurricular activities such as Sublimatus Choir, Big Band, Production Band, Jazz Combo, the School Orchestra, Gymnastics and Social Football. He is an insightful young man, compassionate and considerate of others, and truly shows all-round excellence. Congratulations, Levi. And the Year 13 student who has been awarded the Board of Trustees Award for All-Round Excellence is Simone Cooper. About Simone. In Simone's report, she is described as a model student, outstanding and hard-working. This year, she studied Level 3 Art History, Drama, English, Geography and History. She has gained all 389 NCEA credits she has attempted, and this year, all but 4 credits were achieved with excellence. Her academic successes are even more admirable considering the list of her other commitments. A member of and debater for the Amnesty International Group, a debater for the Interschools Competition, a youth leader for World Vision, organiser of the 40-hour famine, Fear Factor, a peer supporter, a student counsellor, a member of the Scholarship Breakfast Club. A talented performer, Simone led the successful theatre sports team, was a member of the Sublimatus Choir and was completely memorable in a leading role in the school show as Rizzo in Greece. Not surprisingly, Simone was the 2012 Girls Arts Leader, where she showed outstanding leadership, especially during Arts Week. Simone, for your wonderful contribution and dedication to Massey High School over the 5 years and your all-round excellence. Congratulations. To the scholarship sections, a number of tertiary institutions and trust organisations provide monetary awards for our students for their study in 2013 and beyond. We are very grateful for this assistance in helping our students onto the next stage of their education. One of our students has won a scholarship at the University of Otago. We don't have a representative from that institution, so I'll ask Mr. Ritchie please to present this scholarship, the Leaders of Tomorrow Scholarship, which is worth $5,000 for the first year of study and has been won by Fadosa Muhammad. The University of Auckland is represented here tonight by Ken Rapson, Director of the School's Partnership Office. I'd like these students please to come forward. In-Sun Kwang, Charles Daniel Ju, June Lee, Courtney Rush, Tomoko Konishi, Kuna Sandrasegaran, and Azan. The University of Auckland Scholarship, this means that all fees are paid for 3 years, plus $2,500 a year, and academic mentoring for the first year. This scholarship is worth up to $50,000 and has been run by In-Sun Kwang. Jubilee Award, $2,000 per year for the first 3 years, goes to 4 students. First of all, Charles Daniel Ju of 13 KHA. June Lee, 13 KHA. Courtney Rush, 13 PKN. And Tomoko Konishi, 13 MSN. I'd like Kuna Sandrasegran to come forward, please. Kuna has won the Faculty of Business and Economics entry-level undergraduate scholarship, $2,500 for the first year of study. Faculty of Arts entry-level undergraduate scholarship worth $3,000 for the first year of study goes to Anna Zam. Thank you, Mr. Rapson. Now, would these people come forward, please? Tracy Lata, Daniel Garalja, Violet Hom, Roden Nucky, Corey McCullum, Caleb Vautier, Lewis Orr, Agnes Vave, Caitlin Boyd. And I'd like to ask Dr. Lindsay White to come forward, please, representing AUT University. Dr. White is Head of School of Interprofessional Health Studies, School of Languages. And these are the AUT University School Partner Scholarships, which cover fees for the first year and subsequent years depending on the student's performance. The Vice-Chancellor's Scholarship is awarded to a student who has demonstrated outstanding academic excellence this year. It pays tuition fees for up to 3 years of study at AUT University, renewed annually depending on the academic performance. This is equivalent to approximately $15,000 in total and goes to Violet Hom. Significant Student Scholarship is awarded to a student who has demonstrated leadership within the school community as well as consistent academic performance this year. It pays tuition fees for up to 3 years of study at AUT University, renewable annually pending academic performance. This is equivalent to approximately $15,000 in total, and 3 students have won these. Roden Nucky, McCullum, and Caleb Vautier. Thank you, Dr. White. From Massey University, I'm pleased to have here Donald Ripier, Kai Whakaruru Hau, Regional Advisor, Maori, and he will be presenting the Vice-Chancellor's High Achiever Scholarship, Academic, which is worth $3,000 towards tuition fees in the first year, to Lewis Orr. Thank you, Mr. Rapier. Now we have the PricewaterhouseCoopers Foundation Scholarship, presented by Catherine Roberts. Would you like to come forward, please? Catherine is the PricewaterhouseCoopers Foundation Lead Trustee and Tax Partner. The scholarship winner will receive study assistance valued at $7,000 over the first 4 years of their degree, and will be given mentoring support. He will be able to develop valuable business relationships and networks and have the opportunity to work as a summer intern for one summer break. The recipient is Agnese Vave of 13AH. I'd like to call forward now, please, Carol Nawati, who is the Director of Maori Students and Community at Unitec. These scholarships are awarded to 2 students at each partnership school. Students are nominated by their school and must have demonstrated both a sound aptitude and attitude for the area of study they intend to undertake. The Unitec Partner School Scholarship is worth $2,500 towards tuition fees in the first year, and it has been won by 2 students, Tracy Lata, who is not here, but Daniel Duralja has won one of these. Congratulations. The next scholarship is the John Ritchie Memorial Scholarship. I'd like to ask Mrs. Cooper to present this. She is representing the Waitakere Rotary Club. This scholarship is valued at $500 for a deserving student who will be continuing with further studies and has been donated by the Waitakere Rotary Club. It goes to Caitlin Boyd. Stay there, please, because our next awards are being presented by Mrs. Cooper in her role as President of the Waitakere Licensing Trust. So I'd like these students, please, to come forward. Hayden Austin, Pasoti Kuku, Jay Leach, Hayley Murray, Tiffany O'Brien, Connor Shaw Toomey, David Ahn, Roya Alkamil, Simone Cooper, Emma Danjan, Hyson Huang, Miju Kim, Anadil Samin, William Silk, Ruby Soul, Tamara Tielu, Richard Wills, Amy Yates. These are the Trust's Community Foundation scholarships. Elected members of the Waitakere Licensing Trust made recommendations of these grants to the Trust's Community Foundation. The first are the non-degree scholarships worth $2,500 towards tertiary fees. I'd like Hayden Austin from the Academy to come forward, please. Paswati Kuku, 13TMU. Jay Leach from the Academy. Hayley Murray, 13MSN. Tiffany O'Brien, 13TOB. Connor Shaw Toomey from the Academy. This Academy is the Carpentry Academy. Congratulations on those non-degree scholarships. The next group receives the degree scholarships worth $4,000 towards tertiary fees. David Arn, 13KHA. Roya Alkamil, 13KGG. Simone Cooper, 13KHA. Emma Danjan, 13KHA. Hyson Huang, 13 PKN. Miju Kim, 13 KHA. Anadil Samin, 13 KHA. William Silk, 13 KHA. Ruby Sewell, 13 MSN. Tamara Tielu, 13 TOB. Richard Wills, 13 KHA. Amy Yates, 13 KHA. Thank you, Mrs. Cooper. The next two awards are not for students. Two are for staff and one is for a parent. I now invite Mr. Barnes to announce the awards.
I've already mentioned the high quality of the teaching staff, as has Mr. Ritchie. There are two teachers receiving awards for 25 years service, and I'll ask Dr. Shanks to present the awards. Just a bit about, we'll call them up one at a time. The first recipient is a man who is well respected in the profession. His responsibility is to induct teachers into the profession, known as provisionally registered teachers. He has a reputation that spreads out all over the university, and one of the key drivers of young teachers coming to Massey High is because they know they will be mentored and coached by this gentleman. 25 years service, Mr. Henry Cunliffe, please. The second recipient, again, a well-respected teacher in the teaching profession, head of social sciences, classical studies, and a champion chess player. His influence is immense. Mr. Paul Beach, please. And the final recipient is a non-teacher, but we already know how much the school depends on lay staff and support staff. Someone who has supported Mr. Ritchie, the face of Massey High School, does not get the public recognition I believe that she deserves. A massive round of applause, please, for Mrs. Robin Mihari. The next award is the Smart Travel Award. Now, the Staff Travel Award was established in 1996 and named after Terry Smythe, who was the board chair for 11 years, from 1977 to 1987. The successful recipient is chosen by the current chair and deputy chair, myself and Dr. Shanks, of the Board of Trustees from several nominations made by the senior management of the school. The criteria for this award include excellent classroom teaching, participation in professional development, and contribution to the wider life of the school. Significant, the first one of those is excellent classroom teaching. The Travel Award is worth $5,000, and in the past recipients have travelled to the United States, Australia, Wales, Canada, England and Europe. This year the award goes to, well, I'll tell you later, this person has made a huge contribution to Massey High School in many ways since she first joined us 21 years ago. So you know now she's a lady. She has a master's degree in science and honours from the University of Auckland, marks external exams up to scholarship level, and has been head of department and is the dean. She is an outstanding classroom teacher, again that is the most important criteria for the board, has participated in the school's Te Kautahitanga Professional Development Program and the wider life of the school throughout her education, coaching hockey and gymnastics, as well as taking cross-country teams. She herself is an avid runner, keeping herself fit and healthy for the demands of her job as a teacher, as a dean. Please join me in congratulating the Smythe Travel Award, Mr. Catherine Ashford. The next award is another important one. You recall that I mentioned it takes a village to raise a student. Well, this award goes to one of those parents who lives that motto. The Susan Porter Memorial Award, and we heard who Susan Porter was and the contribution that Susan made to the life of Massey High School. Well, the recipient of this award has been associated with Massey High School since the year 2000, when the first of her 4 children started attending our school. Her 4th child leaves this year, and her first daughter is now a teacher at Massey High School. The person is a senior member of our whānau group and supports all marae-based kaupapa. She is always here working, helping and supporting through such activities as sewing uniforms, mending, washing uniforms, cooking, cleaning and encouraging our staff. She provides an example to other whānau of what is needed for our kaupapa to grow and prosper. It is sad that we will no longer have any of her tamariki at school and hope we can retain her support. Please join me in congratulating this year's Susan Porter Memorial Award recipient, Fire Darlene Wild.
Thank you, Mr. Barnes and Dr. Shanks. We now have a musical item, but while the saxophonists get ready, I wonder if you'd like to stand for a minute and stretch your legs. entertained by the saxophone quartet, the saxophonists Richard Wells, Daniel Garaljo, Jason Can and David Arm, and they will perform Monsters Inc. by Randy Newman. Thank you, Richard, Daniel, Jason and David. We will certainly miss you in the future at Massey High School. Now we come to another eagerly awaited moment in the program, and I invite Mr Ritchie to announce the Gold Badge Prefects and Head Prefects for 2013.
Right, this is, as Ms Evans said, always eagerly awaited. It's also a very difficult time for us in choosing these people because there are just simply so many people that could wear these badges. So to those who didn't make it, commiserations, but there are lots of other leadership opportunities. And I'm going to be a little bit different this year. I'm going to ask the current Gold Badge Prefects to come over here, please, the current Gold Badge Prefects. We're going to ask you to present these badges. Head Prefects and stay, all right? It's special. We'll come to you in a moment. So I've just got to organise these for myself. And first of all, I'm going to start with next year's academic leaders. And I'd like to ask Insang for those that have come forward here. And I just want to say Vincent, Fidosa, just come here please. You're going to get a badge to present. I just want to say what a wonderful job they have done. They've sort of planted their own selves on other people. They've attended homework centres to help people less fortunate than themselves. They've actually engaged a whole lot of other students to help them in that process, and they've really promoted the academic achievement levels in our school. So thank you, Vincent and Fidosa. The next year's academic leaders are Mark Huang and Carolyn Riddell. Vincent and Fidosa. Next are our community leaders, and again I'd like to thank Ruby, Saul and Corey McCullum for the magnificent job they've done, so energetic, doing so many things around the school, and I ask you to present to next year's community leaders, who are Morgan McFadgen and Michael Lee. Leaders. A lot of work done here, especially around the festival time. And Wiramu and Tamara, thank you very much for your contribution. And please would you present badges for next year's cultural leaders to Amisray Lutuia and Simon Tongatuli. Right, moving on to the arts leaders, and I think Richard and Simone have taken this to another level. Absolutely fantastic job this year, so thank you very much. And if you could please present these badges to Sam Collett Nye and Holly Arthol. And the sports leaders, Caleb Fortier and Megan Lee, can come forward. You've heard a lot about Megan, but Caleb, look at him, he's a basketballer. New Zealand under 19. Please present these badges to Jason Worthington and Helena Ogden. gold badge prefects to just move a little bit further to the other end, because we're over to deputy head prefects and head prefects, so we need a bit of space. And I'd like to ask Anna Zan to come forward. As this year's deputy head girl. Thank you very much, Anna, for the wonderful work you've done. And next year's deputy head girl is a very good academic student with NCA Level 1 with excellence and is well on track for Level 2. Is involved in a lot of activities like animal welfare, big band, First 11 girls football, jazz combo, rockers, Bollywood dance group, showcase, spirit of adventure. She's a school senator. She came from Taupaki School, Kirsten Eskelton. And if Broden could come forward, please, to present to next year's Deputy Head Boy, who's a very good academic student as well, at NCA Level 1 with merit. He's a sportsman, plays touch, sevens, tag, was in the first 15 rugby team since year 10, North Harbour rep every year, senator in his school senate, came from Royal Road Primary School. Please congratulate Deputy Head Boy Environ Tuku.
Seek the heights.
For those who don't know, that was Environ's dad. Head girl for 2013. Emma, if you could come and present this badge. This is an excellent student, NCA Level 1 with excellence and well on track again this year. In their school choir, Sublimitas, lead role in Greece, showcase, participates and helps out at the Pacifica Homework Centre. Amnesty International, is a tremendous singer, played football in the junior school, is off to Vietnam and Cambodia with the World Challenge. Congratulations, Laura Draper. Daniel, the last position, and once again, may I thank all of our leaders from this year. What a wonderful job you've done. So, next year's head boy, also Level 1 with excellence in NCEA and doing well this year. Theatre Sports, Sublimitas, Student Council Showcase Greece. He's a mentor in the Pacifica Homework Centre. Took up fencing this year and debating. Is in the Amnesty International Group Animal Welfare, from Hobsonville Primary School, Gunnar Vanika. There they are. Wonderful young people. The best you could get anywhere. And there's lots more of them. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ritchie. My name is Mrs. Cranston. It is my pleasure to announce the top academic awards for 2012. First, we have the faculty awards. Would the following students move to the side, ready to come on stage? Richard Wills, 13KHA. Ryan Turner, 13MSN. Anna Zan, 13KHA. In Sung Guan, 13KHA. Woodamu Tai Tim, 13MSF. Guan Yu Ju, 13TOB. Simone Cooper, 13KHA. And Stephanie White, 13TOB. The prizes for these have been donated by the Royal Heights Medical Centre. The faculty awards recognise the senior scholar in each of the 8 faculties. They will be presented by the faculty leaders. Mr. Loretz will present the award to the senior scholar for the Faculty of Arts, and the recipient is Richard Wills. Richard, if you would stay on stage, please. Come to this end. Thank you. Mr. Toda will present the Health and Physical Education Award, and the recipient for that award is Ryan Turner, 13MSN. Ms. Carrier will present the Language and Languages Award, and the recipient for that award is Anna Zam, 13KHA. Mathematics presented by Mrs. Knox. The recipient of that award is Insang Guan, 13KHA. Faculty of Māori, the John Tapiata Award, presented by Whaapiata Allen. The recipient of that award is Woodamu Tai Tim, 13MSF. Woodamu's prize is donated by Harrison Stone Lawyers. Science, presented by Mr. Francis. The recipient for this award is Guan Yu Ju, 13TOB. Social Sciences, presented by Mr. Beach. The recipient is Simone Cooper, 13KHA. Technology, presented by Mrs. Price. The recipient for this award is Stephanie White, 13TOB. Thank you, faculty leaders, and congratulations to our senior scholars. I'd like to ask Mr. Ritchie to present present the final top 3 awards. Stuart. The first award is for the top student in Year 12, and this student will receive the Ngāti Naidu Award. And the recipient for this award is Mark Shifen Huang, 12 TKB. Mark epitomises the phrase, a well-rounded person. He is a top academic, has a flair for language, and is a fine musician. He has gained top results from a mix of Year 12 and 13 subjects, namely Level 2 English, Music and Physics, and Level 3 Chemistry and Maths with Calculus. Of his 217 NCEA credits, 160 are at excellence level. Adjectives in his report, such as outstanding, talented, accomplished, dedicated, show his teachers respect for him. As a member of the debating and theatre sports groups, his well-constructed arguments and the ability to think on his feet have earned him considerable respect from both the opposition and his own team. He has also been involved in the Scholarship Breakfast Club, the Big Band, the orchestra, and table tennis. Mark is an exemplary student who is always smiling, positive and respectful, and he thoroughly deserves this award. Congratulations, Mark. The next award is the Peel Award for the Proxime Akesset. The recipient of this award is Fadosa Mohammed, 13KHA. So some words about Fadosa. Fadosa is an exceptional student who is a pleasure to teach. Her subjects this year were Level 3 Art History, History, Physics, Maths with Calculus, and Statistics and Modelling. She has achieved all 398 NCEA credits she has attempted, with 213 at excellence level. She was selected for the Chemistry Olympiad camp. Fadosa truly justified her appointment as the girls' academic leader for 2012. Fadosa is fully involved in the wider life of the school as a member of Amnesty International, the Sustainability Group, the Scholarship Breakfast Club, and the Second 11 football team. In the Auckland School's Advanced Open Debating Competition, she was awarded First Speaker overall. She came third in the United Nations Youth Auckland Regional Speech Contest. She won an ASB Community Bursary Award. Fadosa has a highly developed social conscience and mature worldview. It seems certain that she will continue having a positive influence on people in the future. Please congratulate Fadosa. For this evening is for the school ducks, and it is the Clem Captain Award. The recipient of this award is Insong Huang. So, the prize for this award is donated by Mr. and Mrs. Hero. Insong's teachers say it is a privilege to teach such an intelligent and diligent student. This year he studied a broad range of subjects, excelling at Level 3 English, History, Physics and Maths with Calculus. He worked independently towards sitting a scholarship in biology and took a University of Auckland mathematics paper, passing with an A+. He has gained all 387 NCA credits he's attempted, with 239 of these at excellence. This year, Insung was selected for the New Zealand Rotary Forum, the Chemistry Olympiad Camp, and the Biology Olympiad Camp. He was one of the top 15 students in the Eton mathematics competition. His most prestigious selection was one of 6 New Zealand students for the London International Youth Science Forum, when he also visited Oxford University and the large Hadron Collider in Switzerland. As our male academic leader, Insung was an inspiration to all students. He was a member of the Sustainability Group and the Scholarship Breakfast Club, and he participated in the Social Enterprise competition. He is also a musician and has a black belt in Taekwondo. Congratulations, Insung. I'd now like to call on our head prefects for 2012, Emma Danjan and Daniel Garaja, to give the closing address.
Here we are at the end of yet another year. The last 5 years of high school have been building up to this point, and now the time has come, and we must leave and embark on a new journey that some call life. As the clock winds down to our final hours and our final minutes, we will say goodbye with sadness to the school that has given us so much over our time here. We take with us the things we have learned both in and out of the classroom to the next phase of life. Whether it be how to write an English essay or what a fancy oldie is, I can say with confidence that each and every student leaves a school with more than just a schooling qualification. The things I've learned and the values I've gained are credit to the land of opportunities that is Massey High School. From the very first day when I stood as a quivering Year 9 in my fashionably ugly rugged sharks that probably weighed more than the child sitting next to me, I knew this was the place for me. The sense of belonging overwhelmed me, and it still amazes me to this day the way that each and every individual has a place here at Massey High School. As we have developed as a group, each year has had its challenges and rewards. In Year 9, it was a great life lesson of learning to navigate the school, finding our way to buildings that started with letters that didn't always make sense. C block. Year 10 was a spectacular wider living week, discovering parts of New Zealand that we'd never seen before. Year 11, NCEA, enough said. Year 12, seniors of the school, figuring out that S block stands for science block, not just a randomly chosen letter. And finally, Year 13, the ball, Year 13 camp, graduation, the list goes on, and as we leave, we will each take with us a special memory of our own. As the end draws near, we must look back and give thanks to those that have pushed us and allowed us to strive for excellence. I once read that to become a great leader, you must first be a student of a great leader before you. Mr. Ritchie, you have provided that pathway for us to follow, and I thank you greatly for all that you have done. I know that you will continue to in the future, allowing more students to strive for excellence. To the senior management and the staff, especially Ms. Hayward and Mr. Beach, you are the bolts and gears of this working machine. Each and every student will join me in saying that we are truly grateful for all that you have done for us. Of course, my mum, dad, 3 sisters, and only brother. You have supported me unconditionally through the years and driven me to strive for the highest heights. I love the way that you provide advice when needed, and I love that you love me. So I thank you, and I want you to know how appreciative I am of all that you've done for me. And lastly, all the students, and especially my mates, whom I've come through this journey with. The friendships I've made and the memories I gave will never be forgotten. And I thank you for supporting me and those around you through all our high school years. While filling the position of head girl has been a challenge, I can honestly say it has been the greatest year of my life. Massey has fallen nothing short of providing exciting and new experiences for each of us to conquer. From waltzing at the ball to raft building at Year 13 camp, I've enjoyed every moment. As a hockey player, I was fortunate enough to travel to Argentina and play and represent Massey. While the food was interesting and the language barrier proved difficult, we managed to get there in the end, and we even returned home with all the students we left with, even David Ma. While big events like that will stay with me forever, I'll miss the small details as well. From the colours on Athletics Day to the bake sales at B Block, I'll miss every aspect of the school, and it has truly been an honour to be your head girl for 2012. To the Prefect team, including our leader Lord Scott, your support throughout the year has been life-saving, and I thank you for all the hard yards that you have put in. Special thanks to Daniel, who has been an amazing partner to work with, and I simply could not have done this without you. As we reset our clocks ready for the next phase of life, we'll be confident in knowing that we are ready. We have developed skills, we have learned, and we will remember where we started, right here at Massey High School. As your head girl for 2012, I wish you all the best of luck for the future and hope that you all continue to express the exemplary attributes that this school has taught you. Take care, my fellow Kiwis. Thank you.
The end of the year is upon us, and I want to spend a little time looking back at 2012. As I look back on this great year, it is with a deep sense of gratitude mixed with heartfelt sorrow that my time here is coming to an end. I have enjoyed with a real sense of pride watching the many successes that we have produced, from the muddy grass of the bottom fields to the pristine and gleaming Performing Arts Centre, to the winning of New Zealand competitions and the unbelievable talents of our very own Bollywood dancers. I always seem to have a smile on my face. The frequent celebration and recognition of these wonderful feats are one of the many ways Massey High School inspires and motivates its students to seek the ultimate goal, to seek the heights. To those who continue to excel, I applaud you and your achievements, and I urge you to continue and work to reach your goals. One of my main goals for the future is to keep in touch with you, the class of 2012, and hear of your continued achievements in life. Massey High School is West Auckland's land of opportunity. Doors opened at every step of our journey from Year 9 to 13 here. Since Year 9, Massey has provided countless opportunities for every one of us, no matter what our interests are. The range of extracurricular activities is seemingly endless. Though academia is never forgotten, and we give collective thanks to the excellent staff who continue to ensure top academic results. With the support of our peers and teachers, I am never surprised to see the large number of students pushing themselves to fully unlock their potential. I have been witness to this excellence over my 5 years here, and being part of this growth is a very humbling and inspiring experience. This year has been special, with the showcase and musical soiree reigning supreme in the performing arts spectrum, to the sellout production in Greece with the deputy head boy Broden leading from the front, as ever out of the spotlight, and our very own theatre sports team becoming national champions, the first 15 touring France and Italy, the list just goes on. This year has been challenging but rewarding, and to those I've had the honour of sharing it with, I thank you. To our Level Lord and Leader, your help and support is unsurpassed, and being part of your first Gold Badge team is an honour and privilege. And to Emma and the rest of the Gold Badge team, your dedication and passion comes from a bottomless well of the ability to give. To have been a part of this team is a joy that I cannot express with words. The experiences we have shared are ingrained in my mind, and this year will be one of my finest. To the rest of the Prefect team, the year has been full on, but to have been part of this leading team and to work with you has been a pleasure. Also to Miss Hayward and Miss The Beach, I thank you for your support and guidance, and I apologise for all the form times I've missed during my time here, but once again, I thank you for changing my attendance, even though I know how much you loathe it. To the friendships I have made and strengthened over these 5 years, the guys in chemistry and double music, the thought of leaving becomes bearable knowing that you will be there beside me. To the rest of the students, I hope you appreciate the uniqueness of experience that is Massey High School. To find such a diverse group all pulling together to be the best Year 13 in the history of the school is an honour that we have shared together. To have been a part of this group, to have worked and played with the people from every walk of life has been something I've valued throughout my time here, and I have learned to appreciate that this environment is rare and extremely special. We must also not forget the man who leads us so humbly. Mr. Ritchie is a visionary before his time. He leads the school to greater heights, with Massey High School being recognised internationally as a leading school in education and extracurricular standards. Also to the senior management, HODs, deans, teachers and level coordinators, thank you for all your hard work and effort. It has all paid off, and on behalf of the student body, I thank you for teaching us and giving us the motivation to become educated students and members of society. Your efforts will not be forgotten. I'm eternally grateful to Massey High School and have had the time of my life here. The school has helped shape me into the young adult that I am now and has prepared me for the path that lies ahead. To all the other leavers, I wish you good luck for your future. You have a challenge ahead of you, take it in your stride and be the best that you can be. To all those students lucky enough to be returning next year, I have a final message for you. It is not too late to shine. The opportunity has not been missed. Do not live a I should have life. Make next year your year. Get involved with the school in this wonderful schooling experience. Put in the effort, take the opportunities presented to you. In short, learn how to become yes men. It has made all the difference to me. There are truly great people throughout the school. Use them, thank them, and make the most of the potential you hold. These are my last words as your head boy for 2012. I retire the badge and blazer and hand over the mantle to the next worthy recipient of the title. I can say with pride that I sought the heights here at Massey High School. Thank you.
Thank you, Emma and Daniel. We wish you both well for the future. We have now reached the closing part of our ceremony. Thank you, parents and visitors, for joining us tonight for our celebration of achievements at Year 12 and 13 Massey High School for 2012. The official party will lead the staff out shortly to music performed by Massey High School Big Band. The piece they are going to play is Straighten Up and Fly Right by King Cole. The band is led by Mr. Paul Norman and has Kirsten Eskelson on vocals. Just wait a minute for them to get ready.
Jack.